What's up, everybody? Damon here with my good friend Justin.
Hey.
And we're playing Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. This is the new Plants vs. Zombies collectible card game.
Yeah.
It's out now. We're playing on iPad. It's on. Is it on Android as well?
Yeah, iOS, Android. I have it on my phone.
All right. So, anyone who's familiar with Hearthstone, and as you all know, Justin and I are big fans of Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, Elder Scrolls Legends, all these collectible card games. And this game plays very similar with the Plants vs. Zombies sort of characters and style and themes.
Yeah, it's actually pretty. So here's the deal. I downloaded this game.
Yep.
I was very skeptical.
Yep.
You know, it's a Plants vs. Zombies Hearthstone clone.
Yep.
But it's actually pretty unfair to call it a Hearthstone clone. The
Think
more
so?
I dig into it, the more impressed I am with. You know, it's a clone in the sense that it's a very accessible, casual card game that you can pick up and play, buy
Yeah.
card packs, all that stuff. So in that sense, yeah, it's obviously inspired by Hearthstone, but mechanically, it's actually really different, and there's a lot of different stuff happening in this game.
Well, you know, one major difference is that it does have the lane feature, which is typical to Plants vs. Zombies.
Yeah.
And some other card games do that. The upcoming Elder Scrolls Legends does that as well.
Yeah. So that's you know your plants will attack zombies in the other lane, and if there's nothing blocking them in
Then
that
they'll
lane,
attack the hero.
Yeah, it'll attack the hero.
Yeah. And as you can see, like right up there, that 18 represents his health. That I got to get down to 0 and prevent him from taking my health down to 0.
Zombie gets -2/2. Let's save that.
Yeah,
for
we're
now.
not going to use that one yet. I'm playing this sunflower character. You know, like in Hearthstone, you have hero characters that are sort of your main unit, and then you use cards to summon plant minions.
Yeah, and that actually is, again, I've been very impressed with this game. I'm playing it a lot, actually, on my commutes. Take it over. It's what I do on the bus now in the mornings, Damon. But the hero aspect of it does seem, man, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
we blew...
It's a little forced, or
Yeah, it's a little forced. We blew past the story in the start, but the basic premise is that, you know, these different zombies and these different plants have been turned into hero versions of
Yeah.
that zombie and that plant. It's got kind of a superhero theme.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they're just like, hey, superheroes are hot right now.
Or they needed an excuse to
Have hero
But
plants.
oh, so here's an interesting. Well, go ahead and play this out, then I'll describe what's going on here. The game has kind of an interesting comeback mechanic.
Yeah, which is what we're doing right now.
Yeah. So as you'll see at the top and bottom of the screen, he has 11 health. You also have 11 health. There's a shield around your health.
Yeah.
And as you take damage, that shield fills. And once it fills up all the way, you draw a card, and then you get a chance to play it immediately, or you can draw it into your hand if you don't want to play it immediately. One interesting thing is when that shield fills, you also don't take damage from the next big attack.
From that hit, yeah.
And so, like, I'm playing PvP. I'm playing against other players. And one, like, higher level tactic is, like, if you know your opponent's shield is about to fill, try to fill it up with an attack that's only going to do 1 damage and then have 4 or 5 damage behind it. Otherwise, you'll just lose the 5 damage attack on the turn when that shield fills all the way.
Yeah. So you've actually spent more time with it than me. I just started playing today, and I've unlocked my second plant hero. How have you found the experience playing against other actual people, human players?
It's fairly balanced. Maybe after this match, we can talk a little bit how the plants and zombies play differently, but they are different. They're asymmetrical. And so I'm impressed with their ability. Like, I don't feel like I'm underpowered playing as the plants or playing against the zombies. They don't share cards. They have completely different card pools, and they actually have some little bit different mechanics in their card pools.
I'm just going to kill this guy.
Yeah, there you go. Blam! You actually might be early on enough. Oh, no, his shield was filling. So when people say it's a Hearthstone clone, some of the similarities include you get 1 additional, I don't even know what you want to call it, energy, mana, or whatever to play cards each turn.
Yeah.
So that ramps up nice and steadily. And some cards can sort of change that, but basically 1 per turn. You can't trade cards, but it's got a very similar card, like disenchanting and creation mechanic.
see,
So
yeah.
you can have up to 4 of a card in a deck, and if you get more than 4, you can sort of get rid of it and turn it into this currency that you can spend to craft the cards that you really want. So very, very similar stuff to anybody that's played Hearthstone.
Yeah, as you can see, or get past the little tutorials there. So next to my plant hero on the left is her health, and then right next to that is her sun mana
the
that represents,
sun power.
and that goes up every turn. But I like how the planets or the zombies is represented by brains. Like
Yeah.
that's their energy.
So can you click into one of your plants, and then we'll
Yeah,
see
so
just
like
tap
here.
one. And you can tap on any plant, and it sort of shows you the keyword and shows you what that card does and what it's
Yeah.
all about. And
Tap on team up, and it'll explain how that mechanic works.
So normally only 1 plant or zombie can go in a lane, but if you have team up, then 2 can go in a lane. And there's mechanics about like, hey, like some of the defense plants have a team-up mechanic, and then if you play a plant behind it, it gets a big buff, for example, like pretty typical stuff.
Like this. This is going to create 2 1/1 button mushrooms and random lanes.
Right, so there's spells, and then there's...
I think they're called tricks here.
Tricks.
Yeah.
Well, but only the zombies have tricks. I don't know. Can you click back into your thing again? I don't know what your... Oh, yours is called a trick,
Yeah,
too.
they're tricks too.
So, but you can only play tricks on your turn. So the flow of the game is zombies play their zombies first, and then plants get to play their plants, and then zombies get a chance to do tricks again before sort of the attacks happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I've sort of preferred playing as the zombies. It gives me a chance to sort of respond or react to what the plants are doing. So you can actually see that little turn meter there next to that skull. It shows you what portion of the turn you're on down in the bottom right. Hot dog imp.
Strike through is like
Trample,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
So when you're playing as the zombies, for example, you know, the plants get to play all their plants, and they think that they're set. They know exactly what they're doing. But then I might have a trick that does something like buff up a zombie, make him stronger, or it might do something like have a zombie move lanes. And so he'll play a plant thinking that he's nice and safe, but then I move my zombie over a lane, take him out.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Like it's
One of the
I've always loved the original Plants vs Zombies is one of my favorite games.
so he just played an amphibious creature.
Right.
That's something that's a little bit special. You have sort of 3 standard lanes, and then on the very left you have a elevated lane, and there's certain units that will be stronger or weaker based off whether they're on high ground or low ground, and then you can't play anything in the far right lane in that amphibious lane unless you have
unless
an
it's
amphibious.
yeah.
So sometimes,
Oof. It's gonna kill me now.
yeah, you're doing all right. The next time you do damage, his shield's gonna fill up, and then there it goes, right there. So then he gets a chance to do his little special power. So it's a nice little comeback mechanic and prevent you from ever becoming too far behind.
He sent that plant back into my hand.
Yeah. So I actually feel like this game, so now you get to do your comeback mechanic.
Yep.
Do +1 damage, you get +1 sun until the end of the game. Yeah, you should kill that amphibious thing, in my opinion. Or
Yeah,
the
because
3-2.
I don't even think I have any amphibious cards,
Yeah.
so I should probably spin it on.
Yeah, then you drag it over to where
Sorry.
it needs to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can't really see how we're controlling this here, but super draggy droppy controls tapping.
Draggy droppy. That's the official term.
Yeah. Oh, look at all those really powerful flowers.
Man,
you
he
have there.
just summoned another one.
Yeah, you're all right.
I don't know. We'll see here.
Yeah, but you got all those 3/5s that are about to come out.
Yeah, so I've got 6 sun power that I can spin. Here.
So there's an interesting, the lane mechanic I actually find really, really interesting, because sometimes I just like to give up on a lane. Like, you don't need to block every single thing your opponent's doing. Like, sometimes I just let him have a lane.
Yeah,
you can have it, man. Or I block, like, if he has a really, really powerful creature or zombie, all you have to do is place a 1/1 in that lane every turn, and your hero won't ever take any damage. He's just going to be blocked by your 1/1s.
Yeah.
So what was that special one? I think that's a card draw little spell you just drew. I don't actually recall.
This one here. Scorched Earth.
All
All zombies on the ground get -1/-1.
So it's really, really
But
powerful.
that's only on the ground, so that's only this guy in the middle. It doesn't include the zombies in the water or up on the cliffs.
Yeah, I made that mistake too when I started playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that water zombie's trouble.
So let's see, I've got 7. I could probably, let's see if this guy is, I don't think I have anyone he can team up with though. I like this anti-hero.
He can team up with anybody because he's got
Mechanic.
team up.
He has team up? When played, if there's a plant with
if
team
there's
up
a plant
here.
with team up, yeah.
So you have to
You're right.
have that previously.
And so you actually, can you tap into him again?
Yeah.
Another thing that took me a little bit to figure out, so he's a nut plant, that's his type.
Yeah,
And so there's like
types.
flower plants and
Pea
nut plants and
plant.
pea shooter plants.
Yeah.
And so sometimes some of your units will only buff up other units. Like I think that white flower is like that if you tap into him again.
This guy.
It's start of your turn, heal your hero for 1 for each flower.
Yeah,
so if
only
you had
flowers,
a whole
though.
flower deck,
Yeah.
so you actually probably want to play that flower and you'll just
Yeah.
keep healing.
And he has strike through, so he'll actually kill this zombie and then do some damage
do
to the
one
Yeti also.
damage.
And then what's this trick? Oh yeah, that's the all zombies on the ground. I'm gonna save that.
Yeah, just go ahead and say that. Then he gets a chance to respond with his own tricks. We should point out that one of the bigger differences from Hearthstone, you know, besides the lanes are the big difference in this game. But like we're playing single player right now. There's actually a ton of single player content.
Well, I mean that's
like,
a big difference. Yeah.
Like I've probably played man, I don't know, probably 20 single-player levels so far. There's like a whole campaign to go through for the plants and a whole campaign to go through for the zombies.
So you've been spending all this time on it, but have you spent any money yet?
I spent $5 and just got kind of a, like they have like an introductory, like if you buy one thing, buy this. And I got that $5 pack. And I don't know, I mean, it's like any of these card games. I got some uncommon cards, some rare cards, a couple super rares, but I didn't feel like I don't feel like that gave me a super huge advantage or anything of that nature. And you also, the plants and zombies being on opposite sides are kind of interesting because I drew like a bunch of zombie cards, even though, you know, I'm mostly playing the plants. And it's like you're kind of at the mercy of like what you draw. It's like in Hearthstone, like maybe you'll get a bunch of shaman cards, even though you don't like playing shaman.
Sure. Well, I look forward to playing as the zombies.
There you go, you won.
We won again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was very skeptical. I kind of didn't know what to think about this game. And I actually... Oh, you just completed your little mission there? So there you go. So I think you just unlocked a zombie.
Oh, cool.
Playing as zombies.
Nice. Well, maybe we should just take a look at that real quick before we
And so these
bounce out of here.
missions are a combination of, like, you get a new mission every 3 hours, I think, and they're sort of like Hearthstone, like they give you some currency. But then there's also, I don't know how to do it, like more like scripted missions or story-based missions that like play 20 games to unlock the next hero. So it's like this combination of random stuff and not random stuff.
It wants me to go shopping here.
I don't think it's going to make you go shopping. I think it's just
Premium
sort of
packs,
walking you through.
Yeah. Yeah, so you wants me to spend gems, buy this premium pack. Okay. And then you earn gems just by winning games, I guess?
Sort of. They seem to be mostly completing missions, not so much winning
Okay.
games.
Yeah, so it looks like we got a mix of zombie and plant cards here.
What's it going to give you as the last one? Wow. So you got one super rare card.
Yeah.
And then you can sort of see the menu of other
Yeah.
stuff to buy there.
Yeah, so now I've got a zombie hero. I guess I can play it through these zombie missions.
Yeah. I've been sort of skipping through all the story stuff.
Yeah. I'm tapping the screen, trying to skip.
It's crazy how Plants vs. Zombies has become, like, it's so popular with kids. There's comic books and cartoons and...
Come on, just show us what
Yeah,
it looks
I know.
like. All right, so I'm this guy, Super Brains.
You're Super Brains now, playing as the zombies now. And again, I'm really impressed with, like, they are very different. And, like, the two sides playing
Yeah.
differently is cool. Like, it's really neat that they were able to balance that.
What's this guy? Ooh, a mini ninja. He's got anti-hero, so that's pretty good.
Yep.
That's a good guy to start out with.
Anti-hero deals a bunch of bonus damage if there's nobody blocking him in his lane.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's fairly weak. And so now you have a chance to play tricks. That's the difference between plants and zombies.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I have a trick card right now, but
Yeah, well, you don't have any energy to spend it on. Like,
that's
those two round ones are
yeah,
trick
okay,
cards.
okay, gotcha. Oh, so that's how they differentiate between the types
Yeah.
of cards. I see.
You can spend brains on tricks later in the turn.
Got it.
So you can play him, and then this guy gets buffed up when you play a trick.
Good.
And so, like, you'll lay him here, and your opponent's like, oh, it's just a little piddly 1/1, but then you can play a trick to buff him into a 2/2.
What are you doing? Oh, man. Come on now.
Now's your
Alright, so
chance
now
to
I can
play a trick.
Okay. Smoke bomb to escape the lane. Move a zombie, and it gets +1. That's pretty cool. All right. Because otherwise that pea shooter would have killed this guy.
Yeah.
So I can.
Although playing the trick is also going to buff him up. So the trick makes him a 2/1, but then because that zombie's special powers, he gets buffed and you play a trick, he actually becomes a
perfect.
3/2.
Nice. All right. So now we'll
And so
continue.
that's why I play as the zombies a lot in multiplayer, because the game's still very new, and I don't think people have like quite figured it out yet, like to expect tricks or to know what some of the common ones are. So I'm shuffling. Yeah. So now it's sort of walking you through what I was just explaining. Zombies play first, then the plants play, then the zombies play tricks, and then you fight.
And when you're playing multiplayer, can you just choose whether you want to be plants or zombies? It's not like randomized at all.
You queue into multiplayer as one or the other.
Well, I guess I can't do anything right now.
No, but you can play a trick. And so, like, I think that brain is just a card draw. Oh, no. Is that the... Which one did you click on? Oh, yeah,
I
the
clicked
second
on
one.
This is the brain here.
Oh, he does a bonus attack.
Is
That's
that just
right.
an extra attack?
So he attacks once. You know how they attack at the same time and trade damage?
Yeah.
The bonus attack means that he just attacks once on his own. And then, you know, before sort of the attacks start.
Well, I can only play one trick card though, right? Even though I I have enough brain power to
play
play
all
both
of
of them. Well, then I guess I should do that.
You could move him and do an attack. Yeah, you should do it, man. Let's go. Let's just go nuts.
Because it buffs him every time. So.
Yeah. You get into a little bit of the. So you know how he gets buffed when you play a trick?
Yes.
Like that doesn't happen till after the trick, and so it's like sometimes I'm trying to do the math. I'm like, do I have enough health to like win the game right now or enough damage? And like it can sometimes be hard to figure out, like the order that things are gonna happen.
Ah, she blocked that one.
And he froze.
Freeze a zombie.
So it's like now I don't know if he's gonna do his second attack when he's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess not. Interesting. And so in a situation like this, he's got these 3 plants.
Yeah.
And it might look like you're in trouble, but they're 3 1/1s.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of inclined to just ignore them.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Smelly zombie.
Yeah, so he's got the equivalent of like a poison or lethal.
Ooh, gravestone. Hides in a gravestone.
Yeah, so the opponent can't see what it is. You should actually play that just to show it off, even if that's not an optimal move. So some zombie cards pop out of a gravestone, and the advantage there is now your opponent has to play, and they don't know what's about to happen until after their turn's over.
Don't have a trick card to play, so we'll just go to the fight round. Oh, here we go.
2 cards. Yes, I will do that. Card advantage is everything in a game like this. I do like playing his Super Brains a lot because he draws a lot of cards.
No, and I guess I buffed my photographer guy,
counted as a
paparazzi
trick.
guy. Cool. Let's see. We got drum major here. I guess we'll probably play that. Although we could play our. So that doesn't really do any. Whatever this guy, the Admiral Navy Beans, would just kill our mermaid zombie.
Yeah,
So.
I say go with the 4/4. Nice and simple. That's one mistake that I made when I started this game was I would just try to play as much stuff as I could as fast as I could. But if you play a lot of 1/1s, it actually it blocks up your lanes and you can't really play anything else. So sometimes it's better to just hold back and keep it nice and steady. What's the trick you can play?
It can move a zombie, but I don't really think it makes sense right now.
Well, here, you can move that 6/2 so he won't die.
I can't to where? Oh, I can just move him to the 1/1.
Or what is it? Is that 1/1? Is there anything special about it?
It's just a P shooter.
Yeah, it's
so
just
I think
a
it's
normal.
fine. Okay.
But on the other hand, you could use him to kill your, or you should move. Well, I don't know. Do whatever you want. We're probably all right.
We'll just move. Yeah. It's the only place he can't move to.
I was gonna say, leaving him in the lane he was in would have killed the 3/3. But
Yeah. But that buffs him. You know, he gets buffed every time, so maybe it's better to keep him in play.
Keep him alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he's gonna
And so those,
have to address that.
I think those peas or whatever they are, those beans got buffed because the one bean buffed the other bean. Like that was on the plant side.
So either one of us should win this round.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize your health was that
Yeah.
low. You can play that 4/4, then you're safe.
That'll block us from him.
Yeah, you might as well play.
Should be okay. That's
Yeah.
all that I can do. Wait, there's no one else to play. Oh, I can drop the fishy amp.
You might as well.
Water.
The single-player matches do get kind of tough. The enemies start to have different tricks and different things like that, and I've started to have to like customize my deck a little bit to know what I'm going to go up against. Oh yeah, you got him right here, though. Oh, but he's going to bounce your 8-2. Oh,
No, he didn't.
Okay.
Thanks.
The AI made it nice and easy for you.
Cool.
You got your first zombie win, didn't it?
Yeah. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. That is a quick look at Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. It's available now on your mobile devices, and it's free to play, and we've been having a lot of fun with it.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. For more GameScoop plays, stay tuned to IGN GameScoop.